Hey, my name is John Oliver. I'm from England, London, England, as you can probably tell from my accent. And I'm on the older side, but I've got a lot of experience. I started my first company when I was about 17 years old, Serious One. And I've actually started, owned, operated over 35 companies on 3 continents. And one of my big pleasures right now is to impart my knowledge and experience and expertise onto the younger generation in whatever I do. It might be business, might be trading, might be whatever. I like to help people because when I was growing up, I did have a loving family. I did have a loving mum and dad. They were very, very gracious, very good to me, very supportive, but they didn't have the skill set. They had the love, but they didn't have the skill set. And what I mean by that is if I wanted to start a business, or I wanted to know about investing, I wanted to know about real estate, I wanted to know where to place my money, I wanted to know how compounding worked, they didn't have that skill set. They didn't know because they were working class people in London, England. They went to work for a living. They were 9 to 5 people. And so I never had that coach, that mentor or mentors that I needed to be able to grow to my full potential. Well, now that I've learned that through a lot of trial and error, and as I got older, finding out my own mentors and coaches, I realized that I really love being a mentor and coach, and I like helping people. So this platform that we're going to be discussing over this series is a perfect place for me to help people of all ages as well, because young people need that mentorship and coaching, but older people, with the economy and how we've been hit since COVID and, recessionary things and inflation and things like that, older people are not where they are financially to be able to have a comfortable retirement. They might be getting a pension, but they need extra. And so I like helping people, in all age groups to achieve their dreams. So that's my background, and I'm looking forward to helping everybody.
Hello, y'all. My name is Joe Anthony Carrillo. I'm from East Los Angeles. At 19 years old, I overdosed and I moved back home to California. I came back out here. I grew up with a single parent. I met my dad when I was 12. Long story short, I never really had no good guidance. I never really had no good mentors. And at 24 years old, I was kind of not doing anything in my life. I had became scared and fearful because of the overdose, and it just kept me really limited and closed-minded. And all I thought was, I'm going to invest into stocks and just play it safe. And I stopped dreaming. I stopped really being ambitious, obviously, because I stopped partaking in the streets as well. I stopped doing all these crazy activities that might give me all this money. I just stopped doing a lot of stuff, okay? And what the difference was for me was when I found KD, when I found this company, it changed my life. It gave me a paradigm shift, and it put me in a different trajectory. And getting a schedule and getting all this development that I found in this company has really been the game changer for me, okay? And now I know where I'm going, I know where I'm headed, I know who I'm with, and I know what I have the capability of doing. And that's the beautiful thing about this opportunity, because before this company, I didn't have that. I didn't have John sitting next to me. I didn't have all these mentors at my fingertips that I have now today. And as a young man, you really need that guidance. You need that leadership. So if you're a young dude, if you're a young woman, it doesn't matter. If you don't have that type of stuff going on, then you need to be a part of what we got going on, because that's the beauty of what we're doing. We're teaching people, we're educating people how to get results and how to make something of themselves, okay? So that's a little bit about me. John's gonna share with you guys what it kind of takes to have a trader's mindset.
Look at this guy. He's handsome, he's smart, he's tough, okay? He's got it all, right? But guess what? That's not enough to make you a trader. In fact, that can actually hurt you.
Yeah.
And it's hurt him and it's hurt me. I'm not as good looking as him, I'm not as smart as him, but I'm older than him and it still hurts me. Why is that? Ego, number one. Number two, men especially, we're brought up that losing is bad. We're brought up at school, we get graded. We're brought up in sports, we got to win. Nobody remembers who lost the Super Bowl. People remember who won the Super Bowl. People who remember who the winning quarterback is, right? But look at sports, look at baseball. If you're a top baseball hitter, what's your average? 365, 370?
Yeah.
What does that mean? That means you hit 37 hits out of 100. And you're considered the top of the top even though you
Yes.
take 63 losses
Yeah.
and you only take 37 wins. It's the same in trading. And so you got to get used to that. Women, if you're out there looking, and I know you are, most of the time you're better at this than men are because you don't have so much to learn. We have to learn to put our ego aside. We have to learn to take the mental side differently, take it out of it, okay? So we have to do that because we've got ego, we've got machismo, we are the tough guy, we hate losing, okay? But in trading, we've got all these fantastic tools. We can actually only win 4 times out of 10 and we still make a profit. How fantastic is that? Okay? So those skills are taught to you, but the mental side and the mindset side of trading is something that you have to develop. It takes consistency, it takes discipline, but it takes being around the right people who've already done that. Because in the general world out there, people aren't used to that. It's always win, win, win. If you lose anything, you're considered a loser, right? That's how life is. That's how society is. That's how school is. That's how business is. That's how everything is, sports, everything, okay? But what we understand is that consistency and that discipline, especially in trading, take your ego out of it. We have lots of things like revenge trading, trying to make up losses, things like that. Look, you take a loss, you know what? That's one transaction. You put it aside, you start the new trade. It's fresh. You don't think about the loss because if you do, your mind's going to screw you up. So it's a brand new trade, brand new day. You're starting again. Let's apply our trading plan properly this time. No late entries, no revenge trading, no trying to chase the markets, no looking for a market to set up. You're waiting for the market to show you the setup rather than you finding the setup.
Forcing the setup.
And that's how you're going to be successful. And so that's how you teach. You go on YouTube, you can watch all these kids playing around, showing you trading. First of all, you don't know how successful they're going to be, number one. Number two, they don't show you all the ups and downs. They want to show you the watches. They want to show you the cars. They want to show you the big green arrows going up. That's not reality. The reality is you've got to get used to you losing, but you do proper risk management. You preserve your capital. You can take your losses, but your gains are always going to outgrow your losses, so you're always in profit. And that's what we're going to teach you right here, right now. Should you decide to join us, should we decide to take you on?